Good morning, I'm Tim from Oakwood Homes, and I'm going to be walking you around the penthouse apartment block 5 at the bread factory. So we start off with this rather super door. I always think it looks like an Art Deco door. Excuse me. So the finish in all the apartments is going to be the same. So although I'm showing you flat 5, this actually then also relates to all the other apartments. So let me take you through to the lounge diner and combine the kitchen, as you see. So if I talk about the kitchen first, all the kitchens will come with built-in appliances. So you have a fridge freezer, and these are all Siemens appliances. So you have a fridge freezer, you have an oven, a hob, an extractor, and then you have a dishwasher. Now all these units are soft close. As you see, what they've actually done is continue as a splashback the same materials they've got as a worktop. And if I just walk behind Craig for a moment and show you that, again, all the kitchens will have LED lighting underneath. And in fact, some people already live here. Of an evening, they turn off all the other lights and just have these lights on because it gives a nice ambiance. So, into the living area. All the apartments will have the same type of heating. It's all electric, there's no gas. And these heaters are instantaneous heaters in as much as they're not storage heaters. You haven't got to plan the day before. The people who already live here tell me that they heat up very quickly. They're all independent. They all have their own thermostats, so you can have different rooms at different temperatures. You can program them for up to 7 days, and you can actually repeat that cycle ad infinitum or change it as you wish. They also come with a reservoir, the idea being that you put water into there, and that makes sure that the atmosphere is hydrated when the heat is on. We had one of the original apartments for sale recently, and the owner was telling me that even in the depths of winter, she was paying £72 a month, and that covered heating, hot water, and cooking. So it's very reasonable. Okay, so all the apartments have a connector. I don't know if you can see that, Craig. Yeah. So that connects to a communal sky Q dish, which will be on the roof. So the idea is if you wanted sky, you buy the package that you want, but there's no installation charge, you simply connect it. If you didn't want sky and wanted to use FreeSat as an example, then it's again just a simple question of screwing the connectors on and you're off. So this apartment is slightly different from all the others that are on site, of which this is phase 3 that we're looking at, and there's 28 apartments in total. This one, if you follow me through, this has this quite wonderful balcony. Now I was showing someone around earlier this morning, and we actually figured out you can see the sea. If Craig just pans over to the roof line in the far distance, you can actually just about see the sea. So this balcony is accessed from not only the living area but also both of the bedrooms. Aspect wise, this gets the morning sun, and the sun comes over during the day. So this will be a lovely place to have coffee and croissants in the morning. but this particular apartment has the added benefit of these quite wonderful skylights. So as you see, there's 4 of them. So as the sun comes over during the day, you can actually follow the progress of the sun, and the light changes in the apartment as the day goes on.
Just as we're moving around, if anybody's got any questions at all, please feel free to type those in, and Tim will answer those for you.
So it's worth pointing out again that any switches which are at eye level are in this brushed aluminium effect. The sockets down below are white, but generally you wouldn't see those because of furniture anyway. Quite a number of the apartments will have this overhang. Now this is something that Harris do a lot. This is ideally to be used as a breakfast bar. If you can imagine, if this was moved down further and one had a couple of stools, then the overhang is a ready-made breakfast bar, and that's certainly what people are using it for who live here at the moment. Okay. So, walking back into the main corridor, all the apartments will have one of these video entry phone systems. The idea being, of course, if someone rings the bell, you see who it is first. If you don't know them or don't want them in, then you don't let them in. So security-wise, it's very good. On the site, generally, you've got CCTV, you've got cameras set up. There is lighting, and obviously the parking spaces, as we'll show you a little bit, are all within very easy walking distance. So it's a very secure development. And there's a lot of ladies who've decided to buy here for that very reason. So, this is a typical family bathroom. So, the family bathrooms will come with a bath, as you can see, with a waterfall shower head. They come with these cabinets, which I'll do that again because I just enjoy doing that. There we go. On, off. The cupboards, again, this is standard, and you find this in all the apartments, and it's all soft close. And behind the door, I don't know if Craig can actually get in and have a look, but there is a towel rail, and that is also run independently of the other heaters. So in the summer, you wanted to dry towels, you can just have the towel rail on without the other heaters being on. All the lighting is these downlighters that you can see. There is a sprinkler system because obviously it's a new build, so there has to be. Let's show you the main bedroom. So in all the apartments, and we only have 2-bedroom apartments now left, on all the 2-bedroom apartments, each master bedroom has one of these large built-in wardrobes. And I was saying before, both bedrooms, as well as the living room, has access out onto the balcony on this particular design. And then, if I stand back and let Craig walk in, that's a typical ensuite shower. You can see it's a very generous shower cubicle, again with a waterfall head shower unit, again with the light up medicine cabinet. And this is tiled. Now it's worth saying that the apartments come fully fitted, so the door furniture that you can see, the carpets, the tiles, the flooring, everything is included. It's really very much a turnkey situation. And then bedroom 2, so once again access out onto the balcony. This particular design has got a nice little recess, which Craig will now show you. Now it seems to me that if one wanted to hide everything away, you could put sliding doors there, and you've then got a very useful storage area. So let me give you some background to the site itself. So it's called the Bread Factory. It was originally the site of the Hovis warehouse and factory, and the main building that we can see from here, that was the original building, and that was converted coming up 5 years ago. So that was phase 1, and then phase 2 was townhouses, which are over to our left as we're standing now, which were finished as phase 2. They've all sold and gone, and what we're now doing is selling phase 3. So phase 3 comprises of 4 separate units, 10, 12, 14, and what we're in now, 5. All the apartments are different. Size-wise, they vary from about 75 square metres up to a shade under 90 square metres. They're different designs, different layouts, different size rooms. You really need to come down to the site and spend spend a little bit of time with me. Apologies for that, guys. It looks like we had a slight technical issue. I was cut off in my prime. I was just getting going. So let me just very quickly reiterate some general points. That's the main building, which was converted about 5 years ago. That was phase 1. Phase 2 was the townhouses. Phase 3 is what we're now looking to market, which are the 4 blocks, all containing 2-bedroom apartments. They all come with 2 bathrooms, fully fitted kitchens, as I've explained as I've gone round. I would strongly recommend anybody who might be interested to come down at the weekend to see me. I'm here every weekend. Because all the apartments are different sizes and shapes, as I've said to you, between 75 and effectively 90 square metres, you really need to come down so you can actually have a look at everything. And I'm sure if you do that, you will find something that will fit the bill. Do we have any questions?
No questions. I've got a couple for you, Tim. Lease details. Have you got lease? Did you speak about lease details?
The lease details, my understanding was that it was a 999-year lease from the time of the start of the development, which was 5 years ago.
Yeah, and
the service charge, let me talk to you about that. The service charge on blocks 10, 12 and where we are 5 is £1 per square foot per annum. So if you, for example, 801, that comes to mind as one of the square footage of one of the apartments, so that's £801 a year is the service charge, and then the ground rent will be £250 on top of that.
Perfect. What about sizes of the apartments, the units themselves? What do they start at size-wise?
As I say, 75 square metres is the start up to about 90. Price-wise, we're looking here from 245 upwards. And again, what I would suggest people do, by all means, check the details online, but perhaps a better idea is to make an appointment, come down and see me at the weekend. I've got all the information in the office. We can spend some time. It generally takes about an hour and a half, sometimes a bit longer to have a look at everything, but at the end of that period, you can be assured that you've seen everything on offer, you've seen all the advantages of the site. The apartments all come with a parking space. There are also going to be additional parking spaces made available, and I'm told that they're going to also be putting in, this is Harris, will also be putting in charging points for electric vehicles. It's now a government, apparently, legislation that if there's over a certain number of units, there has to be charging points. So that's all going to be added to the site. If Craig can follow me down and no, you can't from that angle, I've just realised because of the overhang. But the main parking area, what we're looking at down here, this will be the main route in and out of the site. So where you can see in the distance there's a white car parked outside the porter cabin. That's where people will come in and go out of the site. The roadway will then follow through, join in with the new roadway that you can see below us here. We'll go past the townhouses and go to the end, which is, you won't see, which is King's Road. But there won't be vehicular access from that route, and the reason for that is that we don't want it to be a shortcut for people and a rat run. So although you can walk through there, and the station is literally 2 minutes past there, in and out vehicle-wise would be at the main entrance in the distance there.
Good. Anything else to add, Tim, or is I think you've covered just about everything?
I don't think so. I don't want to overburden people with
No.
information, but if there are any questions, if you contact any of the offices of Oakwoods, they've all got my number. They'll all be happy to ring me, and I'll answer what I can. So, thank you for listening. This is my first time in front of the camera, so I hope it wasn't too awkward. I'm sure I'll be doing a lot more of this as the apartments are finished and they're ready to be viewed properly.
Brilliant.
So, thank you for your time.